Hey guys, Marco here, gamertag vicissitude. Yesterday I got a chance to get on the behemoth here, the Char 2C10, and I just wanted to show you some footage of it along with some tips here. Because I've gotten in, I'm a relatively new Battlefield 1 player. I've been playing for about 2 months or so. And so I've only gotten in this behemoth 3 times driving it, and I've gotten in the turret a few times. But already, while I was checking on my stats, I noticed that I'm already in the top 10 percentile of players for kills in the behemoth, which leads me to think that for the most part a lot of Battlefield 1 players just don't get a chance to experience it, and it's the same people over and over again that get on it. And I understand how that feeling might come about, just because it is such a powerful vehicle and your team is already probably losing by a big margin if you're getting this behemoth, so you don't want to mess it up for your team. But also keep in mind that you're on Battlefield 1 to have fun, and these vehicles, let me tell you man, they're a lot of fun. This tank is a lot of fun. You should definitely not miss the experience to try out this tank. I think DICE did a really good job with them. So I'm just going to give you some tips now that will hopefully give you the confidence to jump in the tank. But before we begin, this is a behemoth that you have a really good chance to get on if you kind of put a little bit of work into it. Like as you saw in this clip here, I was lucky enough that this behemoth spawns right on the base, and once you hear the message that it is deploying, you got about 5 or 10 seconds to run up to it and jump in the vehicle, right? So I got there a little early. It was me and one other guy, and we were both spamming to get in the vehicle, so it was a 50-50 for me, so I got it. But so keep that in mind. If you're near the base and you hear this behemoth spawning in, just run up to it and spam the enter vehicle button. Okay, so now for the tips. My biggest tip for this one is this tank can take a lot of punishment, so but it's incredibly slow, right? So don't overextend yourself. I mean, you're gonna have to stay in your own side of the map, right? Because when the behemoth spawns in, basically the other team is probably getting bored with kicking your team's ass, right? They're probably giving you a licking. So they see the behemoth spawning in, and it's like a challenge for them, right? Can we kill the behemoth before the game ends? I mean, that's the game, right? While your game is just like, how many kills can I get before I die? So don't give the team the satisfaction of kicking your team's ass and then killing the behemoth also. Stay on your own side of the map so you don't get overextended, so that your teammates can help you stay alive. And number 2, get real good with learning how to back up with this thing. Like eventually, you will be surrounded because your team's not that good, so they'll kill all the infantry around you, and then it'll be like 15 players on you. So you gotta have to learn how to back up. And so when you do see the shells coming in, like here now, like I panicked a little bit and I started messing up my maneuvers, and I was getting really salty, right? So just remember, this tank can take a lot of punishment, so just learn to stay calm and back up with being steady calm, right? Like you see right now in the background, you'll probably hear like I'm cursing a storm here. But anyway, so those are the 2 biggest tips that I can give you. Stay on your own side of the map, learn how to back up. And then this tip is just if you don't spawn the behemoth, this vehicle works best if you got infantry around that's spawning you, right? And it's also a good chance to get some kills if you're infantry, because realistically the other team's just going to be so focused on the behemoth trying to take you down that you can just really easily get a good flank and take them out, So it's in Battlefield 1, you're obviously not going to be able to communicate with all 32 players on your team, but you gotta kind of get a feel for, okay, what's the best thing that I can do right now to help on my team. And if you're not in the behemoth, it's standing next to the behemoth, trying to take out those players that are trying to run up to it and get anti-tank mines or limpet charges or dynamite. That does a lot of help, right? And it's also easy kills. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and I'll catch you next time, and I'm just gonna let it roll out here, okay? Peace.
soldat d'assaut ennemi. Vous le voyez? Soldat d'assaut.
We have lost objective Edward. The enemy controls all objectives.
Char ennemi repéré.
We have taken objective apples.
J'aperçois un char. J'ai vu un soldat ennemi. J'ai un soldat ennemi en visuel.